Hello. So, it is representation.
Well, representation is things like stereotypes and presentation. The way one person represents a larger group of people.
And why do you think representation is important?
This is important because the media is people's source of understanding other groups or people, and this can impact our view of those things. Audiences view the text as a natural view, and the perception of the world then becomes to be our own opinion.
What is gender?
Gender is what society associates with certain aspects of your sex.
So, what do you think are some of the stereotypes associated with gender?
Well, I think, for example, women are seen as being irrational and emotional. However, they were not born like that. They are not born with those characteristics. These are things that society has made everyone believe. Also, men are stereotypically viewed to be strong and protective, but they too are not brought into the world with these personality traits.
What magazine did you look at in your investigation, and who is the owner?
The magazine that we looked into was Sugar. Sugar magazine is owned by Heidi Seeley UK Limited.
And what does this magazine or company claim to offer audiences?
Sugar magazine claims to offer its audience advice on how to be the perfect teenager. It offers teenagers information about makeup, boys, clothes, and more. It tells you what you can do to look good, with the hidden message of if you buy this magazine you can become each type of person that is presented in the magazine.
WHO is the audience for Sugar magazine, and what is their relationship with it?
The targeted audience for Sugar is teenage girls. They relate to articles in the magazine as it is specifically made for them. The magazine is made up of the stereotypical view of what teenage girls are interested in. Because they can relate to this, they will go out and buy the magazine. They could see it as a way of getting through the tough times teenagers go through if they cannot talk to someone.
What identity about gender does the magazine create for young women?
The magazine creates an identity of girly, pink, interested in boys, mad about makeup, into fashion, needs relationship advice, needs to know how to be perfect, and more. This causes young women to think that all girls are like that, and that that's what they should be like.
How does it achieve this?
It achieves this by putting a female celebrity icon on the front cover on the magazine. The person on the front would be a pretty, successful idol that many people look up to. Generally, there will be an article inside the magazine about that celebrity. Therefore, people who are interested in that person would want to then be like them and read the magazine to find out more. Also, there are many pages of makeup and fashion, showing people in a way what to wear this season. Basically saying if you do not wear this then you are not the type of girl to be reading this magazine, which could be a bad message as people will then change and want to wear those things.
Do your findings suggest that Sugar, as a magazine for young women, simply reinforces gender stereotypes?
Yes, I do think that the magazine reinforces gender stereotypes, like by what I have said previously. There is a lot of content in Sugar of things that would reinforce the gender stereotype of young girls.
What evidence from your content analysis supports this?
The amount of advertisements of makeup, new romantic comedy genre movies that are coming out, fashion pages, relationship advice, things that show that women are vulnerable and need to be told what to do, people that need a man in their life to keep them protected and to look after them. There really isn't much to show that women can be independent, strong people who have a mind of their own.
What other media does Sugar use to engage with its audience?
Sugar uses a website to engage with their targeted audience. This is a good idea because many teenagers use the internet, and so it's a much easier, cheaper way to check out the Sugar magazine content. It might not contain the same information, meaning that anyone who even has got the magazine might want to read the online copy too because there is more to do. The online version of Sugar magazine is good because it also offers more to the audience than the magazine does. You can enter competitions and watch videos. There is more of a variety for people to look at. This is a good way of engaging with the audience because maybe teenagers who don't like reading magazines or don't like the style of reading a magazine, an online version which is interactive might appeal to them more.
How is this an example of the way in which media is becoming more convergent?
Media is becoming more convergent now, and this is an example because the website offers more than just a magazine. It also offers videos and other types of media rather than just one.
Does the website simply reinforce or challenge stereotypes?
I think it is a bit of both. I think this because in a way it is just like the magazine. It is a lot of the girly, okay about it, and a lot of the content is based around that sort of stuff, which it obviously would because it is aimed at that type of girl. However, it is also different in ways to the magazine, as it also challenges stereotypes because there is a lot more variety on the website for you to look at and that you might be more interested in. People who wouldn't be interested in buying the magazine because of all the features in it, they might want to just look at one thing, and so the online version would be better for them. So in a way it reinforces stereotypes but also challenges them in some way.
In your opinion, what impact might the gender identity created through the Sugar magazine and through the Cigarscape website have on audiences?
The impact would be that they could be affected in the way that they would assume that because the magazine has in it that teenage girls are like that and are into all the things that are included, they would then assume that they should be like that, whereas that isn't the case. In my opinion, this is bad because then they are growing up thinking that, and they will actually be meeting different types of people who have different interests. Teenagers and even children should learn that not everyone is in a stereotype and everyone is individual and unique with their own personalities and interests.